Me.
stabbed each other and slapped each other and
I mean, that's just the usual. That's nothing new.
To be fair, this was also
accidental
despite
vicious
Wretched.
mockery.
This was also despite Wretched's best efforts.
Which again is unsurprising.
Well, yes, but Wretched's currently in the cage of shame right now.
Cage of shame. Wow.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah, it seems like I missed something. That's for sure. I don't know what I missed, but I missed something.
I'm terrible
Can
with names.
you? Alright. Can you guys? Where's my character? Why is my character not on the field over here? Where am I?
You spontaneously combusted. You are the death.
Oh no! I need to make a brand new character. Oh, how sad.
Oh no!
Oh, there's a foreground there now.
Those
I might
are
want to
20
check.
new character sheets.
I might want to check out the foreground set at some point. That'd be interesting.
There I am. Where was I? Okay, so what happened last session? Did you guys do anything interesting?
So, basically, to catch you up, wait, why do I have more audio going through? I have double audio. I don't know why.
I mean, it might be because we were both trying to talk at the same time.
Fair, yeah. But yeah, what happened last session was, Wretched got brought into a portal. Yeah, Mayshade was brought to, used to bring him out. I figured out later that apparently I had a 10-pound limit. So, not only should it not have worked for the fact that Warcaster was the one that should have been used for it, but, yeah, that was a thing. And Joker got punched by Arya, and Grafter was asking if you wanted to buy, like tartar sauce, basically, for, 5 gold. And then Wretched just spent the tartar sauce trying to die.
Took mental damage from a pun.
Yes!
Alright, so nothing new. Alright.
I like how you just say, oh, that, nothing new. Yeah, just typical business as usual.
I legit just the usual. So I didn't miss out on a horror, just some portal shenanigans, almost dying to a pun.
No, it was just 4 damage.
It was 9.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, it wasn't that bad of a pun. If a pun can do 60 damage, something went royally wrong.
Or right.
All right.
Yes.
Very good vicious mockery.
It sounds like everything went incredibly fine.
Oh, and I caught a new teammate in every sense of the word. He thought he had a choice in the matter, but he ended up in jail.
You turned your imp into a fishing rod.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, apparently it's a frogget.
So, remind me again, what is our goal here?
I don't know why you guys are still in this town, I'll be real.
Yeah, I was about to say, legit, why are we still here?
Well, we were going to invade a sea cave, but then everyone's all like, don't invade the sea cave. And I was all like, fine, we won't invade the sea cave. And
now because last time we went to the sea cave, we got almost murdered. I had to teleport us all out.
No, you guys ran out.
Yeah, it was a thing. So, while our teammate is locked up in prison, we could probably go off on an adventure, outside of town and do some minor questing, but it's up to everyone. I'm game for whatever.
Yeah, alright. I think...
Let's rob a bank.
Really?
Are you sure you want to rob a bank there, sir?
Now, you see, that's what I call a bad idea.
I mean, you guys could try to rob a bank.
Needs to be the Wretched replacement. I could also suggest burning down an orphanage.
But you know, Navi's not tried that yet.
Better idea, but not quite there yet.
Oh wait, right. I need to take the chaotic good approach. Let's burn down an orphanage and then rebuild it better.
Sure, sure. Anyways,
Okay, I
the thing
stopped now.
is, we do need. Okay, we can't go into the underwater cave area because last time we did, we kind of got our ass whooped by the freaking dragon, by the purple dragons, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
So that's
it
a
was a
no-go.
purple dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, so so we are not fighting a purple dragon with only 3 dumbasses, okay?
We need more
Hmm.
shields.
Fair.
What else can we do?
I mean, technically, you
Yeah,
guys can
fucking
do
tell us.
anything you guys want.
Yeah,
Rent
that's the
the boat
issue.
and go fishing. Maybe or maybe
That's-
not for crabs.
No, the
You
problem
see,
is that we can do crab fishing.
You see, that's the issue. He gave us a choice actually. See,
I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just saying
that's
that,
what
like,
they
you
did.
guys are still gonna bear the consequences of whatever you do.
I think we should do the idea of like, I don't know, because
And Carter, you might want to get into
I
the
know
game
you
so
need
you can
to-
actually control your character.
I'm in the game.
Yeah, but Carter is not.
I think we need to go,
It's just taking
And-
its time loading.
but anyways, I
Hi,
think we
Lode.
I think. Anyways, I think we should go to maybe another top because we are still looking for that killer murder thing, right?
Yeah, the priest guy. We haven't received any leads here, so we either got to go to the
Exactly.
next
That's what I'm
town.
thinking. We should go to another town because there might and probably is more clues.
All right, next town.
Well
I'm
done.
game
Alright,
for that.
lovely.
Alright,
Alright,
then
lovely.
I'll go and shift you guys
What about
over
that?
to the world map so you guys can see about where each town is. So,
Alright, where are we right now?
you are in the town of Dawsbury. So all of these I do have on the map. Or I do have a map for some of them. Oh. Apparently I didn't upload this one. That one I have mapped, I just apparently didn't export and post it.
Alright, lovely. So let's go to the only town that he hasn't done that he hasn't figured out how to do yet.
Oh no, I have done it! It's on the map, it's just I don't currently have a map set up for it.
Exactly, so let's go to that one map that it doesn't have set up yet.
And ask him for a random NPC's name.
Exactly. No. Alright.
Are you guys
there
actually
anything
wanting
that we-
to? Because I...
No. Because okay. Question: do we have any idea of like about any of the towns? Do we know anything about them?
Well, as far as the Heimlich killer is involved, he was in a string of murders going from one town to the next. Only thing is, he hasn't killed anyone from the last villages we went through in the last, I'm going to say, month. So our trail has gone cold. We haven't received any intel other than a suspicious guy who seems to have entirely different motives and is obsessed with dragons.
Is it a bot?
No,
And
Maybe.
it's a mercenary. He wants stuff for money.
Alright, so wait, so we are talking about 2 different killers here, right? Probably. Right?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
There's more than
Alright,
one. There's always going to be more than one killer. It's just that, as far as we're aware, the kills were done by the same guy because they were all in the same position, same height, same method.
I see. So
But yeah, going to
what-
the next town, seeing if there's any murders or anyone of questionable standing. See if we can't get more suspects.
yeah, so I think we should probably go to Mirkwell because it's the nearest town. And just continue our journey until we find any evidence or clues.
So, you guys
Oh,
are
anything
heading
that
over
pops out there,
here, correct?
Finally, a new area.
I mean, technically you guys
Okay.
have gone here, or just not at all
Yeah,
recently.
I wasn't here, so
I wasn't here either. So, first step, we go to the local police station and gather any information. And if they neglect to tell us about an air show again, I'm calling shenanigans. I think we're set up.
I think somebody has some PTSD from the last Dragon show.
I don't. I just find it sheer BS that they blamed us for that, and it was totally the police chief's fault.
Anyways,
I have no idea why those two are there, but away they go.
Next time, fireballs will fly.
alright. So yeah, we
So
should.
there's
So we go to the.
Redox, there's Thropus, and finally there's the bullyable guy.
Yay!
Right now I'm trying to figure out about whether or not
the bullyable
there's
guy.
something that's been redacted effectively.
While you're figuring that out, hey guys, an immovable rod is immovable in reference to the planet, right?
Christ. Okay, Shell. Where is this going?
Well, I'm just thinking if we sneak a rod of immovability like inside a cow corpse and we get a dragon to eat that cow and then activate the rod while it's mid-flight, it's going to tear its insides out.
Yes, but I think would it not be in
I don't think so, because wouldn't it be immovable in reference to its current position?
No.
So
Yeah,
that
that's
guy
That's
would
why I
be
was asking,
stuck
was it
in
in
the air?
reference to its motion, or is it in reference to the planet? Because if it's in reference to the
I
planet,
think
dragon flying
motion,
would.
not planet. Because then, good question as well. We'll keep that on the back burner. Anyways,
But that means we have like the ultimate projectile. You shoot the immovable rod out of a rifle and then engage it. It will maintain
But
its
then you
motion
can-
definitely.
but then you can't shoot it because it won't go out of the rifle because it's immovable.
Yeah.
No, you only activate it mid-flight.
I will say that like the immovable rod issue is the fact that like if it is immovable, then it can't be moved, so therefore it would not be able to be
yeah.
fired out of it. But if you do fire it, or have something else ingest it, then you can't really press the button that's on it to kind of like get the effect off.
No, that's why I throw Mr. Teeth in the mix. So he's hiding in the cow with the immovable rod.
Anyway,
the movable rod is in a section relative to the sphere, or rather to the material plane. So, like, technically, the material plane does not actually move. Therefore, the rod would not move even inside the cow.
This is the most useless conversation I've ever had in a long time.
Hey, we keep coming across dragons. We need innovative ways to down dragons.
I mean, that's because part of what it is just you guys keep going to the dragon cities. And you guys are effectively in the country of dragons. If you guys want to do it to the country of something else, then, like, I can do that. I just need to...
Alright, let's
I need to have better...
city.
What?
Let's find the city of goblins. That sounds like fun. Please tell me that's a thing.
There probably is a city of goblins, let's be real.
Let's find the ghost town and start a new life there.
That's so I can make a goblin Disney joke. That'd be amazing. Anyways, so do we have any leads? Do the police know anything in this town in particular?
So someone's got to talk to her. We can't just metagame this. So, hey, Chief.
Yeah.
We're new in town. Anything of note? We're trying to track down the Heimlich killer whose MO of killing is through squeezing their insides until they become outsides. Anything like that happen?
No, we do not have any information on crimes as of right now. But let me go and check real quickly for our instances of the Heimlich killer, because we have received a little bit of information just from legal replication, or rather for legal responsibility.
I find some soul progression.
What?
Make the joke. I had to make the joke. I just said finally some soul progression. I had to make the joke. I'm sorry. Anyways, go on.
Yes. But it might take a moment, and feel free to head out as I compile any relevant information.
All right. Before you go, though, are there any local events that would draw the eye or could be misconstrued as an attack, say a Dragon Air show?
No, there's no events that ever happen in this town. You should be good.
Well, this town is boring, okay.
Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah, you
Alright.
guys are just fucking boring, alright, I see.
And is there anyone locally that's on the actively wanted list, has a bounty on them?
Not that we know of. At one point, there were 2 people that got chased here. But we have no idea, and the police that were there ultimately failed to give chase.
All right. Well, we'll keep our ears open. How soon can we expect the information to be compiled? Like later this evening?
Yes, you should be able to compile. Be able to have it compiled by later this evening.
All right, then I will see you in a few hours. Guys, you got any questions?
Nope.
No?
Excellent. Next port of interest, local tavern. See if we can't find any unscrupulous people to rat out potential other criminals for better deals.
Alright. So then head over here to where this chick is.
1 second. Oh, over there. Okay.
Yep.
You spin me right.
Yeah, exactly. I just have to spin. Or you guys do the talking.
I'm gonna add just a.
You're gonna channel your inner Neurosama. Gotcha.
I'm just gonna make a new thing so I can just like write down the information, and then I'll show you guys where I get it from. But yeah, go ahead, move on.
All right. Greetings, tavern owner and or waitress. Nice to meet you. We're in the business of information, and we're new to town. Anything we should know?
No, not particularly. We normally don't have any issues here. At one point, there was the one guy that fired an arrow, but we have no idea what went on with that after.
Well, just fired an arrow?
Yes, an arrow randomly attacked a man, and the wife of him was very distraught after.
And we're sure it's not the wife.
Yes, we're sure that's not the wife that got shot.
No, well, no, that shot the guy.
The wife was walking hand in hand, or so they say, and then the arrow shot the man.
That's quite the feat, doing it with just one hand. Dang.
Impressive.
Do you know where the guy maybe is?
We have no idea. Because it says they're probably referring to the cop. And for reference, the cop that is shown is hi.
Oh my god!
This one.
Hello, edgy lord.
Are you sure he's not a suspect?
Can I show this to all players? No.
That is one of the edgiest designs I've seen in a while.
Oh, no, I can't. So, case in point. Yeah, hi.
Uh-huh. So, this guy, what is his, do we just know him? Are we introduced to him yet?
He's dead. Technically, you would know him, Crafter. Actually, yeah, Redox would know him. Because, you weren't here for the Halloween session, but this was the character that Wretched was using up till that point. So this is a character that the Wretched was using that's like in a coma, basically.
So wait, is the guy
So,
here right now?
Redux roll. So I've got to roll history.
Okay.
This is getting more and more confusing by the second.
Might as well be a soap opera. He's dead! What? There's just a dead guy in a tavern. History.
You vaguely remember that you've seen that guy, you just can't remember at this point where. A lot has happened. It's just gotten drowned out by everything else.
Alright, I need additional information on this dude, so I'm going to use my insight to see if this person is breathing, is conscious, or at the very least, or is he just a dead body on the floor?
You don't actually see him. It's just like projected to you, basically. Like, yeah, this is the person that we think like actually did that murder. So yeah.
Okay. Then I ask my companions, do either of you know this guy?
Nope. I've never seen this person in my life.
I'll ask the police chief when we swing back around there. Perhaps she'll have the case file.
Yeah.
So, how long ago was the husband shot with the arrow?
It was probably like a few weeks ago, if not a month ago.
So, is he fully healed by now?
He's dead.
So he's doing about as well as he can be. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And the widow. What is their current status?
The widow is still in town. If you want to check out with her.
Yep. At the very least, we can see if he had any enemies. Other than that, is there any jobs in town that you're aware of?
No, not really. I mean, there's the general towns, but other than that, not really.
What is the town's primary export? Like, is it a mining town, a farming town? What is it specifically?
That's a good question. I don't think this town has an export.
Considering its size, it has to have something, like maybe a gold mine.
This town is getting more and more boring by the second.
I get even more.
The more you talk about this town, the more like this is
depressing,
the most.
It's boring. Sounds like my natural habitat.
This is the most. This is the white bread of town.
Like I said, sounds like my natural habitat.
They are just here to like, you know, it's bad when the most exciting thing that happened here within the last who knows how, is a dead guy that got shot. In the last town there was an entire show with an entire like dragon and everything.
Well, what you could do is you could become the exciting thing in this town. Like, start your own criminal underground. Use this city as a base and slowly expand outward. Based off the number of houses, I'm certain there's a number of NPCs and slums that you can take advantage of.
Wait, is that really it? Is that literally the only thing that is there of note? Like, go ahead and continue. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is, the police station in this area is significantly smaller, yet our residential block is massive. So they have plenty of humans, or I shouldn't say humans, but, you know, bodies that we can employ in other business ventures while exporting those services to other cities that lack manpower.
Alright, so I think...
Sounds like slavery with extra steps.
That's economics 101.
Yeah, that's not anything that we haven't done yet. So, slavery, I mean. Anyways, so I think we should go investigate, right? The entire killing that just happened here.
If we're staying with the lawful good side of things, yes, we should go follow up on that.
And if we don't?
Well,
nothing
there's a
happens.
few different options.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. So let's go do that.
Well, or we could case out the richest building in the city and see if there's anything good to loot.
So just doing more crime, I see.
No. We're investigating to see if they have illicit goods. Wink, wink.
Oh, we take from the rich and give to the poor.
No, you
And
get
right
to
now,
yourselves.
we could be.
We are poor, okay?
Good point. You are giving to ourselves to our poor. Anyways, let's just go investigate. Let's actually do our job.
There's a chance. Yeah, let's see the woman. And as we're questioning, we'll say, "Oh, we'll just go to the richest people in town and see if they have anything to do with this."
Alright.
I'm almost disappointed.
I'm going to just casually assume that she's like, no, probably not there. I have no idea why those people are all still there either. And still, we have not used this town much.
Yeah, this place is just ready for a class war. Like it's already separated into slums and the rich people on the right.
No, those are just generic shops before I made them more decorated.
Sounds like what the 1% want you to think.
Let's start a riot.
I mean, you guys can start a riot if you want.
No. We need a just cause, otherwise we get the consequences for that. We need a scapegoat.
I've already been to jail once. No thanks again.
I'm going
I
to
have to
just
join you.
assume that
Wait.
you guys are like outside of that building.
I hate to join you guys to actually escape jail. Like to not be in jail anymore. That's how desperate I was.
Hey, if there was anyone I wanted to escape jail with, it would be you, man.
Aww.
All right. I considering my stature, I knock on the lower half of the door.
Alright.
And I'll knock on the upper half of the door. So it will be a full no.
And then out comes... I forget what I had the widow be. I think it was like an Azamar or something like that? No.
But if it's a Black Widow spider, I'm gonna freak out.
No, it's not a Black Widow spider. I just forget.
That would be a pun, though.
But it's been so long that I do not remember what race I had the widow be.
So long as it doesn't come up later, I'll just say that they are a doppelganger that's trying to get someone else killed or framed.
I mean, I'll be real. I know exactly who shot that arrow.
We don't know that.
I mean, technically, the police have records of the person that shot the arrow.
But does she know?
Possibly.
I mean,
Well, I guess we'll come up in question.
Yeah, we're about to literally fuck her and find out right now.
Let's just go and make her an elf now. Like, if she was an elf before, well, she wasn't an elf before, then she's an elf now. Just to move it forward, basically.
Okay.
So, what do you guys say to the elf that's in question?
I said, "Greetings. I am Redox, and I'm looking into the murder of your husband. Any additional information since the last you've heard from our department?"
No, not really. I thought you guys determined that it was indeed a police that, an officer that murdered him.
Really? Our past investigations did not show that. I'm detecting a cover-up.
The eye does say, like, we do know that guy is, that I showed you was a cop.
Oh, the corpse? Oh, right.
Yeah.
So we're certain. So I asked him. So we're certain that person is dead.
I don't know. You guys would know more about that than me.
But I mean, like, if he's dead, was he hung or anything like that? I mean, was he hung like in the city?
You forget he's currently in a coma.
Oh, then we can hang the comatose guy.
It must be a crime in itself.
So you're just casually wanting to go get Wretched's first character actually murdered.
No. first we put him in a trial. We're gonna have him propped up on through a wooden mannequin with his limbs strapped to it, so he looks like he's actually there. We're gonna do that whole sham of a trial type thing where he can't defend himself.
Yeah,
You
but
have the good
Regin's
guy,
character
don't
is
mind him.
like Regin's first character is literally in a coma.
Well, wait. First, where is he? Where's his comatose body now?
I think that we last confirmed that his body would be in like Astromuch.
Wait, in a different city?
Yeah.
Dang it!
Alright, lovely. We can't destroy a corpse now.
I say to the woman, with that, so long as his heart's beating, justice was not served. I will make sure that your husband gets a proper justice he had in life and in death.
And I'm gonna assume that you guys have a full rest as well.
First, I was interested in that. I saw an interesting group of people while I was walking around town, so I'm going to go over. Oh, they're gone. They're ghosts. You're not the only ones that saw them, right?
Yeah, you weren't, because, by technicality, they were not supposed to have been there.
Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but I think this town is haunted.
That group of people also should not be there. Why is that group of people there? Including a dead man.
Or you have simply gone mad, which, I mean, not the first. It could be hard to tell whenever you have or haven't gone mad.
The only madness I want to embrace is mad with power, and that's only when the time is right, and people don't judge me for it. So, all right, then let's check out the other establishments. Where's, before we leave, I ask her, where specifically was her husband shot?
She points to the end of the street. Around the end of the street over there.
North or south?
Yeah, like this way.
That one?
So, like, basically, like, yeah, I'm going to just reveal the area of people again. And like, these people up over here is about where that husband was shot.
Okay. And do we still have the arrow? I'd like to identify it and see if it's actually his arrow or if it was, like, I don't know, mage hand at works.
Yeah, you could go check. You can go back to the police station to check on it.
All right. I'm ready to go to the police station and go to the next town where that corpse is so that we can get this trial underway. What do you guys feel like?
I am literally speechless. What is going on? Because I am beyond confused. Why are we...
Well, there's an undead, unlooted companion in another city.
You did loot it!
Yes, but we didn't double loot it. He has perfectly functioning kidneys.
Why do you want to loot organs? I mean, I get it, you need a new kidney, but still.
No. We don't have the technological advancement for kidney transplants. Necromancers can use that stuff.
I drag you both back into the police station to see if we finally have the info. Before you guys commit double murder, before you guys kill a comatose person.
I'm joking. If I get caught, I was joking. So, anyway,
the police station have it. So do the police station have anything? Before, I swear to God, I think this party might be...
So on your original thing,
yes,
I will show this. Apparently, that's the only point where I actually mentioned Heimlich in the entire thing.
All right, just give me a time. I'm a slow reader. Let's see.
Oh, I have time to actually fucking read.
Yeah. I mean, for the reference, that's exactly what I was doing, because I feared I mentioned it more than just once, but that's the only mention I saw.
I see my name here, and that's all I have the energy to win. Purpose for I cannot if you do the fallen sum. Ha! Took the fall in place of some others. Fuck's sake.
Yep.
Yes,
So you know who said it.
Interesting. I think there's some meta magic at work, my fellows, because apparently we've been getting leads to a specific town where the Heimlich killer was last seen, but I have no recollection of that. Do either of you?
the Heimlich killer has last been seen. Not really. I don't remember.
Exactly. And we've been asking around, and apparently we've been informed multiple times. So I'm thinking that the Heimlich killer is partnered with a mind mage, specifically a mind goblin.
Mind Goblin does not.
Please die.
I mean, you knew that someone was gonna have to.
It was right there. You cannot blame me. You have.
No,
You can only blame. I mean.
Here you go.
Please call them illicit from now on. Thank you.
Anyways.
But in all seriousness, everything I said before was true, in that I have no recollection to which town the notes are referring to. In fact, I'm going over these documents, and my mind seems to just glaze right over the potential town's location and name.
Roll history.
Wait.
History.
You do remember that Pink is actually from the town of Ashen.
Ashen. All right, fellows, I recommend that we go to Ashen, and then we go back to that comatose guy later. We got to do that trial.
Yeah, alright, we go to Ashen then. I think I'll agree to that. We can go. I don't think. Again, this town is boring, so there's nothing much to explore here.
Not unless we want to get a really cheap posse together.
There's an undead turtle in front of me.
Alright, this town looks more interesting already.
Including that guy.
Wait a minute, I remember this town. This is the place with that corporate black market in town above board. It was weird.
Right. It was the guy at the place we wanted to fireball to hell.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
Up to you guys if you guys to go back to do it.
All right, I show up in town. I go to the police chief, and I'm all like, "All right, since the last time we've been here, have there been any sightings of the Heimlich killer since we last met?"
None that we can confirm.
All right, then how about something you can't confirm? Like just even hearsay, I'll take, because all my informations point to this town as their last sighting.
Well, we theorize that based off of other cases, that the Heimlich killer or killers do come here after. But we have no confirmation whether they're paid by somebody here or if they actually are affiliated here.
Gotcha. And as far as this town, is it big enough to have a mayor, or is it just a chief elder?
I don't think that there's technically is a mayor. I don't think there's really too many people in... actually, yeah, I guess there would have to be a mayor, so yeah.
Unless it's a corporate town where it's just owned by the largest company in the area.
I mean, by that regard, it would be owned by Ping. So...
Well,
which would make sense.
Corporate. So, but to answer my question, is the town owned by a company, or is it ruled by a king?
To go and make it easier and faster, I would say probably that it is just owned by a corporation, specifically the lawyers.
So what you're saying is, if everything were to go up in a massive fireball, it wouldn't be legally tied to law and justice, other than the murders.
Eh. I mean, it is also up to you guys on how you guys decide to proceed. Like I said, you guys could technically go and rob a bank. It's just that your eyes might tell on you, and therefore you get charged with bank robbery.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, I thought not to jail.
All right, associates,
Okay.
join me in the room over here. We gotta speak in private. Otherwise, the chief will get to be liable and potentially obligated to rat us out.
We still have the Mara. Doesn't that whatever? Oh, I thought you wanted to say.
All right. First thing we need is that since this place is owned by a corporation, subterfuge seems like the best way to go about this. We need the ledgers that show who is being paid for what, and we can potentially find leads to who specifically the Heimlich killer is. And best of all, we can see who hired the Heimlich killer for those killings.
Okay.
So who among us has really good sneaky skills? Because I'm other than my short stature, I'm somewhat lacking in those skills.
So who has the best stealth? I think. I have proficiency in stealth, and it's a +6. So
Oh,
I have
wait.
very decent
What am
stealth.
I saying? I got an invisible imp. Mr. Teeth, you're up.
I mean,
Although
technically,
he's-
Turopos does have the highest stealth.
That being
What?
said, though, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said, of you
Wait,
three,
what was this?
Turopos is the highest in stealth.
Yeah, I have a +6 and
Yeah, and that's the
proficiency.
highest.
And how's your lock picking?
Do I have 5th tools?
I can also add to him pass without trace.
Excellent.
So that
I
would be
have
a 4.
but
As for a crafter, it would be a 3. And time for me to check with Justin. Yeah, no, Thoropos is the best. Thoropos is the best thief right now.
Excellent. And I can do a buff, give you advantage to perception through what is it called? Pack? Something of the pack. I'll look at it. One moment.
wait. Okay, wait. What's the plan?
Okay, no, never mind. I can't read, but I can add a +10 to my stealth.
My current plan is that we buff you the heck out. I'll send in Mr. Teeth as an invisible backup to you, and you go in there and you get past all the locked doors, and I'll be able to see through Mr. Teeth's eyes, and I can use that to write down all the stuff from the outside.
All right. Where are we? What are we entering into? Where are we going?
Well, the main law office is the building to the east. So I recommend that we case out the joint for at least the next 24 hours, see when the guards are active, see when guards are in rotation, what times of the day are the best to infiltrate the building, get a look at their files, and make copies of them, and then potential points of weaknesses as we extract.
May I
whatever.
also point out 10.11 sorry, yeah, like 100.101.
Oh,
What?
non-predatory contracts supersede all other laws.
Yeah, the main one that you need to check out is the law code 100.101.
Oh, 101. Sorry, I read 01. 101.
I'm more scared of 100.11.
Come on, who reads that? Who actually reads the law?
I am the law.
Who gives wretched explosives?
A lot of people apparently.
Alright, so we can't lawyer our way out of this, it seems. We can't
we can. We just need to ask someone who isn't in the pockets of the corporation. That being said, is our local police officer compromised, or should we get the warrant from out of town?
Small issues that
are you asking Mara herself, or are you asking like the eye?
Well, what? I just walk up to her and say, "Hey, are you compromised or in bed with these corporate types?"
No, I was more referring to about like, should you go and get the warrant from like here or elsewhere?
Well, first of all, is our police chief a Gestalt consciousness, or is it each one is its own mini ruler amongst many towns?
It is
quick question.
effectively a Gestalt conscience, but like they do have small individuality.
Alright, so quick question. Why are we going after the law area? Why are we going after this lawyer area thing?
Because evidence suggests that they are financing a black market mercenary assassin ring within their area. They can't outright say that because assassinations are illegal and all that, but they have the legal defense of those lawyers to prevent them from being under too much scrutiny. So we have to go incognito and break in there, get the files, and see who's been ordering an assassination, build up a case against them, and
Alright,
then
but
one of two ways.
when we need a warrant to enter there, as the rock says.
Exactly. If we want to do this the lawful way. And
I mean, you can also see about what information you can gather, just period, if you don't want to wait for the warrant.
Yeah, that is true. There's nothing wrong with just casing the joint, seeing what the guard rotations are. So, who wants to get the warrant while the other person keeps an eye on the building?
I mean, I was more referring to like actually talking to the lawyers.
What? No, their interest is only for the corporation, unless we find someone within the corporation that was recently wronged by it, and we can get them to flip on the corporation. Yes.
I will let you know that like Mara could easily tell you that that is just an organization of one person and a bunch of simulacrums.
Yeah. It's always the people underneath that get crushed under these black market organizations that would want a viable and safe way to strike back without repercussions.
Do you not know what simulacrum is?
Isn't that the thing for undead lichdom?
No, actually. It is a different yeah, it's a spell basically. That basically just makes other copies of oneself. So technically in this world, like Mara effectively, if she was a person, she could still do what the Mara thing is doing, and it's just that then there would be a lot more simulacrums being involved rather than and it actually just being like, oh hey yeah, here's a just conscious where like it's just a bunch of robots that kind of like use the same source code and then kind of do like a little bit of marginal influence from there, but they never like break the source code.
So what you're saying is, if I want an army of clones, I just need to get one of these simulacrums.
Yes.
Simulacrum.
By technicality, you are only able to cast one, unless you do find a method to either have somebody else cast the spell for you and target you effectively, or you find some way from like the wizard class to actually just like change a spell to allow for multiple copies of yourself.
That sounds valuable.
Alright, so are we getting this warrant or?
I think getting the warrant or attempting the warrant would be a good safety net, and then if that doesn't work, we'll do balls to the wall fireballs everywhere.
Okay.
Alright, what it is. Who here has the highest? How do you want to get this warrant? Just by like?
Yeah.
How do you want to
I would think
this?
Since The real question is, do we want to go out of town to get the warrant or risk involving the local police chief?
I mean, to be fair, like I said, it's do you ask the police chief on where you should get the warrant from?
But she might, or the police chief might tip off the corporations that we're getting a warrant. We don't want any hint that their corporation is under scrutiny.
Who says that she would tell them police work?
Yeah, there's no reason why we would suspect that she would tell them police work.
That is true. We could just ask for the paperwork and fill it out ourselves.
Yeah, let's just do that, I think.
Okay. So, who wants to request the chief? I'm fine with doing it, but I don't want to hog the limelight.
I'm fine with whoever wants to do it as well. I don't really see a reason why.
Yo, Justin, your time to be boring.
Do the boring thing.
The boring stuff.
I can't do it on command.
But you loved the other town. That was a boring old town. You loved it, absolutely.
Yeah,
but boring town is boring paperwork.
This is boring paperwork. A warrant might as well be the definition of boring paperwork.
I know.
Then go ahead. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
I just basically need to know who's saying to the chief, so I know what to say to who.
I believe in you. Roll that charisma.
Wait, if it's charisma, maybe I should do it because
No. I just meant that in a metaphoric sense. We're just asking for paperwork. No charisma is necessary for that, unless
Yeah.
we're asking for the back of it.
Yeah, alright.
I mean, I just need to know who's the one that's going up to do the paperwork, basically.
It's probably a good thing it's not me, because they already know that I'm after the Heimlich killer, and if I'm going for a warrant, they might think that putting 2 and 2 together. So, yeah, best it's you.
So, Amby's the one that's doing the paperwork?
I mean, it would make sense because I was a past criminal, so there is no reason why they would suspect me.
Exactly.
Alright.
It's the least suspicious.
So then
Yeah,
I'm going to
you're going
assume that you're
stuff.
there. As Mara goes and questions you, saying, "Are you sure you want to do this here?"
That's a hint.
Unfortunately, can I roll like insight or something to see if there is like?
Yeah, that might be a hint to get the paperwork elsewhere.
Exactly. Can I like roll an insight for this?
Sure.
I have a very high insight. Did it roll it? What the fuck, man?
Wow, that's out of sight.
Come on. But
He no evil. Hear no evil.
Whoa, wait. Is there like a bardic inspiration or something we can do to get him to re-roll?
I am a bard, so I do have bardic inspiration. I'm a bard. Like, I do have bardic inspiration. How does bardic inspiration work? Let's see.
So that basically is just adding in like a specific die.
Just to be safe for the second try, I give him guidance.
It would be a D8 for right now, and you would use up one of your.
Alright, so can I roll a D8? So do I just use a bardic inspiration and roll a D8?
Yeah, you can just use a bardic inspiration and roll a D8. Yeah.
Fuck it, I've never really used those yet.
D4.
Yeah.
Wait, so I roll an extra D8?
Yeah, D8 and D4.
Alright, there's no way I failed this, right?
Whoa! Are you?
I mean, technically you did it.
Say it too loud.
I mean, technically you don't fail even. Period. It's just seeing if you can't add any extra benefits to your knowledge.
D8 was wonderful, and now D4 as well, because why not? Fuck's sake.
It's fine. You're at 20. You should notice something.
I know, but I'm somehow at 20. Wait, I'm somehow at 20 with 2 failed rolls and no, like, critical success.
I'm a very bad support.
This is...
You feel
I'm a
that
very good
there's.
sport. I believe in you.
I would say that you feel that there is some added meaning behind her words, but maybe not so much from her herself.
Can I? So wait, so I suspect her a bit. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it sounds like
You
we want to
suspect
get.
something's
sorry,
up,
you.
but you're not sure whether it's from her or if or if she's meaning something else from this town.
Wow, this is a laugh.
Whoa, I'd like to roll Arcana to see if we got any listening devices or visual bugs within the building.
I will
maybe I
tell
should
you
roll
before
Arcana
you
because-
roll that you're not going to find anything.
We'll see what
I
the
should-
roll says.
No, wait. Maybe I should do it. I have a plus 12 and proficiency. There is no way
All
I
right.
failed this, right?
Go for it.
Absolutely no way I failed a
I mean, to be fair, Crafter, you can
What's
roll
that
too
one?
if you want. I'm just telling you
Alright.
that there's nothing.
proficiency plus 12, by the way. Reminder.
Rolls the net one.
You both are pretty sure that there's no sort of listening devices here.
Alright, there's nothing. Alright, good. Just making sure. I think I'll hold on, or I'll hold off on like writing this and tell them. Alright, so basically, I stop and I go back to the group and tell them basically. I don't know if we should sign this here. I feel like we shouldn't do this here.
I agree with you. The fact that they gave us a hint at all is telling. So I think we
Yeah.
should get the warrant from out of town and build up. So one person needs to head out of town, grab it, and come back. The rest of us will stay here, case out the place, and see the guard rotations and potential infiltration points.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
who's going where then?
Who is the fastest out of all of us? And
I'm
can get it
short.
as fast.
Oh wait, are we all short, or is there a tall person?
I'm like average height. I'm 5'7". I think,
Throfus
about.
has speed 30, and the rest of you have speed 25.
Yeah, and technically, if I really want to, I can also like pick, even if it's out of combat, I can still like just blade song my way over there and just increase my speed by, I think it's another 10. Was it? Wait.
Become the wind. Get us those documents.
Action. I see. Okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to increase my speed, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. I'm still faster than all of you guys.
I got tiny
Alright,
little legs.
Alright, so I'll
Same.
go. So I'll go to the. Yeah,
Uh,
I'll go to the next town. Or
Right.
the nearest town. Which town is the nearest to us?
Technically there's two
please-
towns that are near, being Yarford and Lawless. Up to you on which one you go to.
I don't
Oh, wait,
recommend
wait.
Lawless. That sounds iffy.
Yeah, I'll not say
Sounds
that.
sounds very lawless.
Yeah.
And that's the
Sounds
funny
very
thing!
dubious. Yeah. Alright, so I think I go to the other one. What's the other one's name?
So, Yarford.
Sure, I go there to get the warrant.
Just so you guys know about how Yarford looks.
Whoa, I couldn't hear you at all. You spoke away from the mic. What?
Yeah, just so you guys know how Yarford looks, it would be this town.
Why
Oh, the place where I got all the rock.
Why
the
is
two
there
gummy
big
bears?
red gummies?
Yeah.
Oh, those are the sentries. Someone tried to take a
Okay.
bite out of them.
Where's my
Yes!
vitamin?
I'm sorry, what?
Who else
I
do
want
you
that
expect to have taken a bite out of it?
I want
That's
that
not the
thing-
part I'm asking about.
Pretty sure it was wretched, but I could
Yeah.
be mistaken.
Yeah, of course it was Wretched. Who else would do it besides Wretched?
Alright, so I get to the next
Oh,
town.
okay. So, yeah, fair enough.
And I basically just ask for the papers. Like, to fill in the papers.
And
Yeah.
we got the information of the guard rotations, who goes in and out. And, oh, I have Mr. Teeth explore the sewers to see if he can't find a sneaky way in.
And I would say that you probably do have enough evidence and to kind of get a warrant for a check at least, because I assume you like show that part. No, we'll have a lineup for the lawyer basically, and how the lawyer sounds effectively, because that's probably recording and stuff, and just other general things that would prove it.
And I recommend we employ our raid when the bosses are out of the building so they don't have an opportunity to shred documents when we charge in.
Alright, so I get back by now after signing the entire thing, right?
By technicality, just so you know, Crafter, if they know if they know about the prosecution, they are to go and keep the record. So if you can prove that they did shred it, then technically that's a good thing, because like you get nothing else, charge them on that.
Yeah, I don't think we are that dumb. I think we'll just hide the evidence, if anything. We won't shred it and like, yeah. That's what lawyers do, they hide stuff.
Well, I mean, if we're dealing with simulacrums, it's very possible that all of the files are held mentally. But we'll see about that when we actually get in. There's no sense stressing about a potential obstacle until we get in there.
Alright, so I get back with the warrant, and can we get yeah, I think we can go in, right?
Do we need a posse to break in there? They might have security.
Technically 2 days will have passed if you're back here. For reference.
Yeah, but sure. I think 2 days can pass, like, yeah.
Well, I would say that 2 days have to pass at the very least, because like
wait,
it would be 2 days travel.
Days, because 2 days travel back and forth, so it's 4 days to go back and forth.
No, it would be a day.
Right?
No, it would be in 2 days to have gotten here, or 1 day to get to Yarford for you specifically, and then a different day for you to head back.
Okay. So I think we're all fine with that amount of time passing, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I recommend that we all buff up before we charge in there. So
I also assume that like probably 5 hours would have passed, but either way, you guys would have taken the you guys would have taken multiple long rests if you wanted to like do any attunement or other things.
I mean, I guess I'll get back my body kit. If I do a long rest, it sets my body kit.
Oh yeah, right? True. Yeah, you would get back the bardic inspiration, so you'd be back up to 3.
Cool. Alright, I think that's all we needed to do. I don't think there's anything interesting that.
Okay. Yeah. The 2 things that I do both before and after the long rest is you all get benefits of not this day. So I'm guessing that they might specialize in slashing and piercing damage. So we'll get resistances in that. And before
basically just on you and Justin, because technically Ambi would be arriving about that point.
Well, I can do it before a long rest, and it lasts after the long rest, because it has a really long 24 hours. So I can do like 1 for me, 1 for Mr. Teeth, and then when he gets back after the long rest, I put it on another companion and him.
Okay, apparently I need to delete this.
But before we go in, I'm just reading about here something. Can expand.
There's that. Now it's back to the proper. Because I looked at it, and it's like, wait, that's the wrong number of mana. Your mana is off. It's being corrected now, though. So yeah, you guys continue.
Yeah. So so I think we don't have to actually we don't have to just barge in and everything. We can take this slowly. We can just knock on the front door, right? I mean, we have a warrant.
Yeah. We got to get in there as fast as possible. These guys are the black market. They will try to hide it as fast as possible.
And quick question, actually, before we get there.
What?
Are there any guards in front?
No.
Oh yeah, we cased out the joint. What is the information that we gathered looking at it for 2 days?
There are no guards.
No guards at all.
Nope.
That's suspicious.
Damn, I wanted there to be guards because I was about to.
It must be inside.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah. So. Alright, I guess we knock on the door with the warrant. We just.
It's a business. You can just
Yeah.
walk in.
Alright, lovely. We just walk in and.
All right, let's go. Oh wait,
We
there's
just
two of you
announce
now.
the fact that we have a warrant.
Yeah, it's just like right there. You just walk in through there.
Alright, hello.
You want to take point on this? Go for it.
Yeah, they go and say, hello,
Hi.
what may I do for you? And so just type away on the keyboard.
This is feeling very strange.
No, they're all clones. Don't worry about it. Just be as quick and to the point as you can.
Alright. So, we have a warrant here for. What are we doing
They
here
go
again?
and hold out
Yes.
their hands
Exploring the
and say,
premises and
give it to me.
What is it?
They go
what
and
do you say?
hold out their hand and say, give it to me.
I.
They're typing
before
away
that-
with one hand on the keyboard as well, for a reference.
Before that, I can. Okay. Did I get multiple copies? Just in case the people shred it apart?
Yeah, any documentation about warrants is filled out in triplicate. So what you're holding is actually just a copy.
Lovely, alright, I hand them one.
I mean, technically, yes, it would just be a physical copy. There would be probably, like, digital
It
records.
would be the records
copies.
as well, Polly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say there are Polly records of it.
Yeah, the digital
Alright,
record
then
is just so that, like, if somebody needs to look at it while they're entering like a computer type thing, then they can. So basically, like this exact situation.
Look, okay, I'm not that smart when it comes to legal stuff. I've been like in a court or police thing. Alright, so I hand them the warrant.
Yep. They go in, and as they're typing away,
computers.
No, you are supposed to stay at that first one. And they all just look at they all look basically just the same. Like they're all typing away. It's just some others might be like talking on the phone for reference. But the other one after finishing and he hands you it back. I assume you take the
Yeah, I take it back. Obviously, as he handed it back to me.
Immediately after, they start punching. They grab the phone, start punching numbers, or say, "People are here for you. Bye, bye," and then hang up. And then just go back. Say they'll be right out.
Wait, I'm not confused. Who will be right up? Us?
Yeah.
No, I'm guessing the head honcho. Only thing is, the warrant allows us the ability to go through their documentation and search the premises for illegal stuff.
I mean, like, I would say that probably does go in, and like, I at least allow you to like double check basically, but like, this person does know the law as well, so like they probably would have come out basically a bit.
Yeah.
So they go in and walk over and say, "So, what are you guys here for?"
While he's talking to him, I go in back and explore the place.
You are not allowed in that room for reference. And they probably would have closed and locked it behind them.
The whole building's a single premise.
Anyways, we are here to investigate we are here to basically investigate What are we investigating again?
The
Suspicious
premise.
activity.
Yes.
She
Does he
goes and
respond to
says,
anything?
"Is what do you mean? Because for reference, your warrant would be probably like more narrow scope to the Heimlich killer information."
Yep.
Can I
And
just
so
hand
for that,
them
we
the
need to go through
warrant
their
as
files.
yeah? Can I just hand them the warrant as we go through like? Because
Yep.
they can read this to himself if he wants to understand why we're here, right?
Yep. So they read through and says, okay, so client list, anybody that I had contact with, and any other notes. That's alright. I'll go and get that for you. Please wait in town. I'll be sure to nothing else send it off to the police chief over there. They don't really give you back the warrant, though. Probably like feel free to go and ask them about that. Actually,
Hold up. This is not how warrants work. When you have a warrant to a place, you can search the entire premise, and you don't give the potential suspects the opportunity to modify, alter, or change any legal documents on the premises. Because, I mean, as much as the lawyers have an oath to uphold the law, they'll always serve in the interests of their clients.
Yeah. So if I may, please, we must enter the premise to investigate it.
all right. But you're not really allowed into that storage room over there.
Yes, we are. The warrant is the entire building. This is part of the building. There's a door.
Alright, boys, we are especially investigating that place.
Yep.
Now we are especially going in. Thanks for telling us where to go. You know, you're
Anywhere
a
else
great
where we
help.
shouldn't go, I'd like to know.
Anywhere else you'd recommend staying away from, perhaps, even?
Alright. Some people have tried it before. Good luck having sorting through all of this.
What does he mean by that?
Well,
Whatever.
it means one of two things. Either it's super booby-trapped, or there's so much bureaucracy and paperwork it's nearly impossible to find it because it's a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, thankfully on that as well, because you are about to have information overload. Because I would say one of the things you go and get is, where does this part end? Okay, there. Alright.
Information overload? This one got...
Oh, great. They're not just lawyers. They're mind mages.
Wait. So I mean, that wouldn't count as a psychic attack, would it? Okay.
Sounds like he's looking something up.
No, I just need to do something different because, hi.
Let's see.
There is no yellow this time.
You really be expecting us to read all that, huh?
You expect to go, like, the lawyer has things like that.
Alright, time to read. Boys, I hope your reading comprehension is not as bad as mine. Oh god. Can the Mara Eye like summarize this for me or some shit?
Nope.
Maybe funnel it through Chat GPT.
Nope. And please do not. Because technically it is a conversation between two NPCs that I did right.
I guess I got a conversation with the lawyer. Pink. See, redacted. Just as redacted.
Yeah, you can just ignore that top part basically because there's nothing redacted. The lawyer would not have anything redacted basically.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you need?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I did forget.
I hope you do know I'm reading all of this. I am not skimming over a single detail here. I don't care how long this will
Please
take.
do that. This is not my strong suit. I'll still look through it as much as I can, but
I actually did forget that there would be Turing client privilege still. Oh.
Also, the fact that you've prepared all of this kind of makes me like actually like, why did you prepare for this side?
Actually, nah. It would have stuff. Funny enough, Joker does know partially on this.
Too bad he isn't here.
Yay, my name is is mentioned in the conversation. I'm an important character.
Yeah, because guess who who's the conversation is between?
I'm still reading. This is difficult to read.
it seems to be between Ping and Arya.
Yeah, that I got.
I'm more concerned about the crab hunter part.
Ask me, it's important that
Yeah, who's what person is named Arya, or what person took offense to the crab stuff?
Because I will expand my reasons. I have no proof, but want to avenge on Tropos. Hey,
Hey, I'll take a suspect
for his crime. Those that keep farming and those that keep farming crabs. I didn't do no crime, sort of. I mean, maybe. Wink. Wait. Why should I trust you? Believe me, almighty dragon. I don't have no power to go toe-to-toe with you. Nor will I break them and try to be against you. Oh, this is getting interesting. I have no proof, but considering I keep having people be instructed to go to places, if you help me, then not only might you get revenge on those crab hunters you dislike so much, but you also find, okay, so mad about that slam. Name one reason why I shouldn't blast your way into oblivion in Dragon. Oh no. Oh my dear Dragon, I mean no harm. Because there's a lot to read. Okay, so from what I understand so far is Dragon mad.
Dragon very mad.
Yeah, and Ping has...
Yeah, Ping has blackmail material on Arya.
Yeah.
Technically, it is the other way around, or at least it was.
The only reason these guys are still alive after angering a dragon is definitely blackmail.
I'll keep reading this book in my free time, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, after this entire session is over, I'll just read this in my free time. Probably on my way to work next week. Anyways, let's stop reading here.
Yeah, again, and basically all you get is the client list, and yeah, I can do some other things if you want, but you're not gonna like it because it'll be similar to that, and probably less comprehensible.
There's not
less comprehensible. Alright, give me everything you got.
I need a Control F function in this thing.
Alright, give me everything you got. Trust me, I have more than enough time.
Why are you doing this to us?
If you can maintain the notes on this, that'd be excellent. I recommend throwing it into a Word doc. That way we can actually use Control F and find specific names in the notes.
Yeah, can I... I want to suggest like us following like investigation to see if we can find anything like actually like interesting within the notes, but that means we need to read them actually. Like we actually need to read this stuff, which I don't want to do right now. All right, I think we got what we wanted out of here, right? Guys, are you guys still reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still reading.
Jesus Christ. This will take a couple of years to read, I think. And I'm not here to read I'm not in the mood to read a novel today.
We
Only
should at
today,
least put it
maybe
in the
not.
notes so then we'll have it for reference later.
Yeah, it's saved in the ping, like under ping.
Oh,
Ping's
okay.
blackmail. It's saved. Yeah.
Cool.
It's saved. I mean, we have literally the story, like not story, but like the evidence with us. Literally, we just raided this place. Do you have
Okay.
any other Do you have any? Do you find anything else of like note?
Yeah, we should at least take a look at their simulacrum, whatever that thing is.
They're literally just people.
Oh, I thought they were clones.
Yeah, they are effectively clones because they are Ping themselves, but they're basically just like clones essentially. Like they are just people there. They're not actually something else.
Question, is this head person over here Ping?
Yes, that it would be Ping.
Alright, so the head person is Ping, so they had a conversation with Arya.
And But if they're all clones, where did the clones originate? Were they created here, or did they get elsewhere?
You do not know that, and you technically are not able to identify where that is.
Well, I asked them. So
that is classified information.
Considering that this is directly linked to our investigation, it is critical information. If you do not provide this information, you will be held, could be potentially arrested under obstruction.
You can go ahead and try to call me for obstruction, and I don't need to tell you how a spell is acted.
Unfortunately,
if you can find evidence and that the simulacrums were in crimes, then okay, sure. Then I could be responsible, but I'm not responsible for telling you about the spell.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of breaking the law. I mean, I am, but like law number 40401, right? They don't have to say anything. They still have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
No, we can still.
They don't have to tell us jack shit.
Yes, he can object and not say anything, but he'll still be he will still be fined.
Certainly not illegal to have simulacrums.
No. But to not say where they're from, like were they created here? Were did they move here? Were they? They don't have to specify where specifically, but where these people have been. Like, have they always been here? What are their?
Okay, so I misunderstood the question because like if you're talking about like, what like where do these scenarios are, Ping would just say like they're normally just there at their computers. They normally don't go too much else unless they need.
But I mean, like, were they created here, or did they move here from a different town?
Ping would go and hide. Like they have no reason to tell you, and the warrant does not cover it.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not relevant information.
Yeah, I will give you that like it covers the computer systems. The storage room is a bit of a stretch, but again, kind of fair enough on that. But like as for like how spells work, that's not really like covered by the warrant.
It would obviously be like a corporate trying to protect their commercial advantage. I'm more interested in the fact that our point of interest between Ping and Arya, is it under a specific Ping, or is it again another Gestalt consciousness?
This one is probably also fine to say a Gestalt consciousness, but just like a little bit less of one than Mara, because like they effectively do become different people. They just have the same base memories.
That's gonna be super confusing to get the guy we want. Under that logic, every one of these individuals is a suspect.
Alright, so it's gonna be rough. So we
And
got
for reference on some of the other things you have gathered, yeah, height. That's what basically what would have been gathered from like the other computers and stuff. Like I said, that's basically the only thing. That was the only thing that was like really relevant.
Can I just mention 69420?
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very, very clever. You think
I mean,
clever.
like technically, like even if you did get the client list, they basically would just tell you like the list, like Abo, Denj, it's like technically Thropos would be on that list too. For
Aria would
reference.
probably be on that list.
look, okay. It's only I run away now.
And then also, to be fair, like Nobles would be also on that list. Just simply because somebody's on the list doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Alright. So I think we got what we wanted out of this.
Yeah, I probably will get. I'll probably go and get like some of the other ones that are at least named.
So the where it's from is just as important where it's going to. The payments of these accounts are just numbers, true, but it indicates who specifically benefits from someone's death.
Who ever said that those were actually payments from that? From like
this
can be relevant to the crime, and if the Heimlich killer is operating through this lawyer's branch, where he's receiving the funds from is very important.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, like the lawyer would have just like said, actually, yeah, I guess that the lawyer would not have told you guys anything since you guys said that you didn't want to follow the lawyer's instructions.
While our trailer's gone, not fully called. We have some names now. We have Pink and we have Arya that are like basically. From the little I managed to read out of this from the blackmail, kind of go against us. Can we not use this as evidence against Ping? Just like the fact that it's blackmail.
Sorry, I couldn't understand what you're saying. Could you repeat that?
I mean, technically you could. You could choose to forgo it. But to be fair, because it is evidence and Ping did have it, like Ping would be able to use it in court as well.
So I'd like to do an insight check to see if any of these payments coincide with the Heimlich killer's dates of murder.
All right, go ahead.
Bring up.
Actually, I guess that would be more history.
Oh yeah, you're right. History.
Because like you would have timestamps from that, so like you would need to just know about that.
My history is decent, but I'll let you.
Well, I mean, history would be like memorizing. This, I'm just looking at the dates and the of the deaths of our victims.
When you're rolling history, it is also to recall information. That's why I had you roll it.
Well, yeah, but that's like off the top of your head. But all right. I'll do history. It's just that's probably my lowest.
Maybe I should roll history then.
I mean, you would not have it to be applicable though, AMB.
Yeah, go for it. You roll history as well. Chances are 50-50 on my side.
Holy shit, never mind. I don't need to roll anything. Alright. Lovely. Just a net 19.
You will see, you do see that some numbers seem to be like for some reason, like, close, but none are like exactly on the date.
Well, they would be a little after, obviously.
Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, like there's some that are a little bit after the dates, but none exactly on.
Yeah, that's kind of always so that murder would take a few days. Like you get the payment then.
And And I'd like to do another one to cross-reference from calls heading out before the murders. Because they'll also use this. They've also been using this place as a point of contact to inform and then order the murders of the individuals through the teleportation circles. So,
feel free.
50-50.
I'll say
that's the most
there don't really seem to be too many calls that seem to be lining up with the area codes, but that might just be due to the flood of information.
All right, compatriots, you give it a roll. Mine was middling, at least for the second half.
Alright, you want me to roll history? I'm more
Yeah.
than fine with that.
Actually, I guess the lawyer also would only have stuff from the last 7 days for reference.
Also, I'm slightly shocked that you have something in 0, like when you roll something. All of mine have at the very least like a +4 whenever I roll them.
That's because you're a bard.
Good point. Other than -1 in strength.
Well, yeah.
But what is it? +6 in history. Holy shit! I remember everything that happened.
Now, as you're looking at this, try and keep in mind that you might use 2 different phones and alternate. See if there's any pattern within it.
Yeah. Do I see anything?
So you do definitely identify your number within there. But other than that, it just seems to be generic numbers. Though there did seem to be a different one that coincides a little bit more closely to. Let me get a town name over.
God, we have to travel to a different town again. Alright. Let's see.
All right, well, let's just make a note of that that number. It's a very solid suspect.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm not sure about where I would
payment,
have it be. I guess maybe Fanfoss.
And as far as the payment goes, I guess it makes sense that would be very variable, depending upon when he can contact them after laying low.
Mm.
Evidently, it's up to you on how to interpret information given.
Alright, so what town were you about to say?
I would assume that I'm gonna just say that it was probably Fanfoss or something.
Alright. To Fanfoss you go, I guess?
Are you going to go to Fanfoss?
Well, I'm scared. Why is it saying that?
Well, wait. Go where? Sorry, I was dealing with something on my side.
Fanfoss. What is Fanfoss? Can I do I know that?
You totally would not know Fanfoss. I'm just asking if you're sure that you want to go to Fanfoss.
I don't know.
I'm slightly shitting myself.
I don't know who that is.
Didn't you say it's a town? It's a town, no?
Yeah, it would be a town. So it would be about 2 days travel, and in the midpoint, you would not have a town.
Oh wait. Before we leave the building, since we're still under the warrant thing, I think we should all roll. What would it be? Investigation or insight? Probably insight to see if there's any hidden panels or something.
I would tell you that the lawyer does not have any hidden panels that you can easily see. Actually, I guess go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, it's a lawyer. They'll have.
I mean, maybe I can roll Arcana to see if there's any
Yeah, even if it's 0, roll. More rolls, the more likely we'll find something.
Yeah, I think I'll roll Arcana to see if there's anything magical in
Actually,
this area.
Ambi, you roll with advantage.
I roll with advantage on Arcana?
No, with investigation.
Oh, with advantage on investigation.
Oh, investigation. Whoops. I did
Was
the wrong.
okay. Investigation.
I mean, I get.
with...
I'm just gonna change your roll, Crafter.
No,
Oh,
I
you're
did it
gonna-
already. I did it. I changed my roll into advantage. So...
Okay, so you had an 18.
Oh wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled with advantage. I got a 16.
Justin, you rolling?
Wait, why do I have
I'm
advantage, by the way?
blind. I can't find it.
It's on the side next to all of the rest of the stats, right under. Well, it's by ABC, so
Yeah.
I
It
believe
would
in you.
be
There it is.
right between.
Oh, there we go.
I
None of you find
nothing.
anything! Because this
Hold on,
lawyer would
hold on.
have it at
Bardic
least
is-
at 20.
Bardic inspiration, business.
No. But before we do that, let's offload all of the good stuff. I use the potency of the pack. Just go ahead and throw that
Actually,
in
to be
there.
fair,
And I give us all advantage on investigation or perception.
Shit, do I use a Bardic inspiration for this shit? I could.
technically, Crafter, you would have used it, so the only one that would have really affected would be Justin.
Okay.
So,
I'm
like,
okay with
up to
that.
you, Justin. Feel free to roll it.
Wait, so Justin now rolls with advantage?
He just
Yes.
rolls the die again.
Alright, and you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that, and if.
And
and
actually,
if
Ambi, you would not be able to use Bardic Inspiration because I did
Damn it.
say already that it failed.
Damn it. But what about this one? This one is with
What
advantage.
did
Is
this
the new
do
roll.
again?
This attack roll saving throws. So no, I don't feel this rolls. If you fail saving throws or attack rolls, this is not of them.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah,
You
just
would be able
wasn't
to use
sure.
it.
Oh, you would? Right. D&D is confusing.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
Jesus Christ, that's nothing. Alright, we find nothing, do we?
nope.
We find.
How did I roll the
Yeah,
same thing twice?
Yeah, you rolled 6 twice. That is impressive a bit. Alright, we just leave, I guess, then, because I don't think of anything else.
Time.
Damn it.
I guess there's no hurry in actually ask him. I go up to the ping and say, "Hey, are there any hidden compartments with stuff that you don't want us to find?"
To be like I offered to show you around, you'd said no.
What? I
I
don't think we ever said no to that. I think we just went in there and wanted to look around. You said not to go in there, and then I was like, "No, I'm going to go in there." And then that's saying we want to look around, not that we don't want to look around.
I'm a lawyer. I would show you to any applicable areas. What did you find in there? A bunch of just other storage type areas. And yes, that's basically what you found in there. You found just like kind of like papers and just other general law things.
I'm not gonna. I think we just got. All right,
Yeah, we got leads now, and we now know who we need to speak to next.
Yeah.
All right. Unless someone else has anything up their sleeve they want to look around, check, or has an ability they want to take advantage while we're in the building.
Nope. I don't have anything.
You know, if we had Wretched here, I'm sure he would be saying, "Throw a fireball" or something like that.
Probably, yeah. He would be probably trying to fireball this place.
But
I mean, if it's full of documents, it's a lot of kindling.
That would also be arson.
Yeah,
and
but
property
Wretched's
damage.
already wanted.
Yay!
Wretched is already wanted, and it solves 2 problems in 1.
Well,
That
yes,
being
but
said,
last time that Wretched did that, somebody was in debt for like, how much was it? I think it was like, 2,500 gold.
Yeah, it's no small amount. In any case, nothing else.
Yeah, keep in mind, this place has
Yeah.
computers. So imagine how expensive a computer is.
And that's
Alright.
why we would need delayed blast fireballs so we can actually get away before it goes boom.
You still would be liable.
Alright,
In any case,
Prove it.
arson thoughts aside, let's. I think that concludes our investigation. And I guess how tall is this building? There's no second story or no basement, right? I had Mr. Teeth explore the sewers, and did he detect like a hollow cavity that he couldn't get in?
No, there was no basement from this building. And a second floor might be possible, but again, you probably just found like a generic like office type thing. And there wasn't like too many things like in that office.
All right. Well, at least we now know that Arya has some dealings with this place.
Indeed.
yeah.
To be fair, Joker did know that I specified ping when talking about Arya. Funny enough.
Yeah, but I don't think he told us that.
Well, yeah, but that's because like I had talked with him on Wednesday actually about that. Funny enough, because we actually like I did a different thing related to Arya, and I mentioned ping in that.
Gotcha. Okay. So where are we going next, guys?
I think we can go to. I have to think. I mean, we have a bunch of evidence. But that does,
Well,
does that
yes,
really
you have
help us?
evidence of
No.
questionable usefulness.
Yeah.
No, that's plenty useful. Now that we have another lead, we can now question people like Arya and her associates to see if there's any leverage we can find to bring the Heimlich killer into the light.
I mean, do you want to go back and visit Arya?
I'm game for that. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I guess we can do that. I don't see any issue of doing that.
All right. So back to Dasbury you go. That's another like 3 days, I think.
Yeah, that's okay. The frog guy can chill in prison.
Yeah, that's another 3 days.
Yeah.
So you guys know where Arya
Alright,
is.
so. Alright, so what now?
Oh, we're going to Arya. It's just that
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank as to what Arya looks like. I'm terrible with names.
She's in the
The
tavern.
same.
She's the only other one in. She's the only
okay.
other one on the map that is not
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
you
it's
typically encounter.
there.
Yeah, she tried to
Yeah.
sell me tartar sauce in it at an inappropriate amount of price.
Oh, wait, my. If I'm not correct, I had like this old figure that I made that was like, oh, Arya, right? I just connected purple and purple, and I was like, oh, dragon, because the last dragons were purple. I'm glad I got confirmation on this figure that was basically, I think, true, because she said like power of dragon and bullshit in this. Oh my dear dragon, and stuff like that they said, so I mean, I was right all along.
Yep, dragon cultists are only like one rum higher than crab cultists.
Alright then. So wait, shouldn't we have
But
shouldn't we have
crab
like
cultists
produced
have the
the
more tasty code following.
shouldn't we have like produced a warrant for her arrest or something before we just head in?
What crime would you charge her with?
Good point.
Yeah, right now we're just questioning. I don't think we're bringing any
Yeah.
charges.
Yeah, good point. Okay. I'll let you do the questioning. I did enough talking already.
All right. I say, wait, what time of day is it?
Based on everything, I would say that this is probably like, did you guys want to take 3 days or 4 days? Is to get here?
Probably a short amount of time because then the frog guy will start getting stir crazy.
But basically, the reason why I was asking is so that I know whether or not you guys were camping and at a certain point, so it'd be like at the same time or so, or if you have just waited to the morning so that like you guys were always traveling like in daylight.
I imagine after a long stint of traveling, we'd want to spend the night. So we traveled for 3 days and then spent the night in the prison, and then in the morning, we come in refreshed to ask some questions.
If this would be morning, it would be in 4 days travel.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Prison, the most comfortable beds I've ever had.
I mean, the most comfortable bed will always be the free bed, and prison's got free beds.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong about this. Is literally where I'm sleeping right now.
All right. So,
Although,
good morning, Arya. We've been doing an investigation against an individual in a law office called Ping. Are you familiar with him?
Yes, I am fine with her.
Okay, and would you say that your business acumen with them is cordial?
Yes, I would say it's a cordial relationship. Why?
We recently asked them a few questions, and a lot of the information we have show that you and this organization through Mr. Ping have had a
Technically, it's Mrs.
question.
Ping. Ping is female.
Mrs. Ping.
I mean, do we know that? They're kind of wearing a mask.
Yes, it's decently obvious that they are female.
Okay.
Plus, if nothing else, if you told Asmara, then she would have confirmed that's female.
Okay. Well, I mean, if the all we see is the mask on the map, but okay. Some of the questions we've asked have brought to light some rough dealings between you two, and rather than go into specifics, I was wondering, what is your stance with that group? Would you say if something were to come to light in the pursuit of law that left them out of business, would you be disheartened?
Not particularly.
That is about the gist of I've heard. Now, I asked you once before, but I think I'll ask again, just so we're all on the same page. Do you know anything about an individual that is known as the Heimlich Killer, who will kill their victims through squeezing them very tightly around the torso to the point where their organs become outsides?
I do not have any information on that subject.
Indeed. Guys, you have any questions?
Not that you haven't asked. I don't have any questions right now, as of now.
Right.
I mean, you are free to confront her or ask her any questions you have. You have.
Can
Well,
I
I'm just
roll?
thinking, you can only keep the stuff confidential for a certain amount of time. Normally, you'll want to be circumspect until you're ready to bring down the hammer. But
Can I like roll? Can I roll like insight to see if she's lying about anything? Maybe.
oh, that's a good idea.
Fair enough.
We never know if she's lying or not. We don't know that. So let me just
Alrighty.
click. Or
Yeah,
insight.
you can see if they give a tell, like slightly clenched fists or
14. That's kind of fast. I'm not gonna lie. That is such a bad roll for me.
inside.
14 is almost. How did? I hate this game.
I would go and say something interesting. So, Ambi, you can tell that.
How bad do I roll it?
Oh,
dirty 20.
I have the highest insight out of all of us, like plus proficiency, and I still roll a 14. Yeah, what do you want to say, Gordon?
I mean, here's an interesting thing. So, Joker, so Crafter and Justin, you both are fairly confident she's not lying, but she seems to be aggressive towards you. Interesting enough, Ambi, you Go and note that she doesn't appear to be lying. She could be, but you're not. But you have no proof of if she did lie. But she doesn't seem hostile towards you.
Towards me in particular, interesting.
All right.
What did
I
do
look
to
between
deserve
the
that
two, and I'm all like,
hostility?
I see some slight anger there. Could you shed some light on that?
Maybe it has something to do with being a crab merchant or attacking the dragon.
It could be that, but our entire party has been applied to that. The fact that you show particular hatred towards this person seems like there's something more. Anything you want to get off your chest?
I go and follow the dragon. And the dragon dislikes somebody, then the town does. So, we report to the dragon, and the dragon reports to us. Or rather, to me in particular.
I glance at her and be like, so wait, are you a dragon priestess?
Yes. That is usually my main function. I just do run this tavern as well.
I see. And and would you say that you are the religious figurehead of this dragon religion, or are you just a servant among many?
I mean, nothing else in this town, yes, I am. I mean, I do lead the church service on Sunday.
Interesting.
Right.
So, so yeah, go on.
No, go for it. I was just speculating.
This is more me just wanting to try to roll something. Okay, so the Arcana roll, what does that tell me? If I, like, what does an Arcana roll do? I just wanna...
in this case, Arcana roll would tell you basically nothing.
Alright. Because
Arcana is like magic.
Yes.
Yeah, but I wanted to see how, like, if she is a magical creature of sorts, because we just talked about how she's basically a
she
dragon,
gets like
right?
magical divinity powers from her worship, like a cleric.
Yeah, something along
Yeah, again,
those
like I
lines.
said, it would not tell you anything.
Really? I feel like divinity would be pretty detectable.
Also, if you can hear barking in the background, I do apologize about that. My dog is kind of going nuts right now.
It's not coming across your mic, at least. I mean, like I said, like, I would tell you that you're not going to come up with anything. That doesn't mean you can't roll.
I mean,
I'm just telling you the roll beforehand.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to come right out and say it, and I'm going to see if how she reacts. Like, as you're the local religious head of this, religion, do you guys have clerics with divine powers?
There probably are some, but they usually keep to this town.
So there are or there aren't clerics with blessings and stuff?
I mean, and there probably are here in town. I just can't recall any particularly that are actually directly boozed. But there definitely should be like at least some clerics in this town.
I'd like to roll insight to see if that made her uncomfortable that I was bringing her god's power into question. I detect nothing.
Damn, holy shit, you detect negative stuff.
So, like, they are a dull person. I can't see their face.
No, actually, I will have it even funnier with the net one. It's like, you are almost confident that that despite the fact that she looked basically the exact same, that you probably did annoy her. It's probably working.
Right, someone else roll insight, please. That failure.
Jesus Christ!
Tells me nothing.
Okay.
All right. Let me show you how to. Let me show you how to do this. Sadly, I get net one.
You can tell that did not work, Andy. Sorry, you both could tell that it did not factor in it at all.
Dang.
You see, this is an insight roll of mine. That's more like it.
I'm thinking that they don't have any clerics, and she's just saying that so then her religion has more weight. So, but again, that's a side thing.
I mean, to be fair,
like
all
I
dragon
said,
gods are not really that high ranking. Like, if I recall correctly, like Bahamut and Tiamat are both lesser gods. So I would assume that Sadiar, being the crystal one, would also be on that same level.
Just a reminder, guys, we are what level are we? Like 8 or 11? And we
You
talking
are
about
level
lesser gods.
9!
Yeah, and we are talking about lesser gods. Like, excuse me, this seems like a bit of a, pun intended, a bit of out of some of our reaches. Looking at you, Justin. Anyways.
I mean, you're getting there, Ambi. Like, few more levels so you can get plane shift.
Alright, anyways. So, yeah, I don't think we can really get much information out of her, can we?
Well, I think we identified someone with enough capital to order a hit on someone, especially a religious leader that can dip their hands into the tithe each week and pay off hitmen is definitely within our power. Now we need to find if there's any outliers that are discontent with the religious order so we can pry apart this facade of godliness. So,
Oh, also, can I ask something real quick?
Go for
it. So, you mentioned, Gordon, you mentioned that you, within the entire phone logs and payment logs and everything,
Yeah.
there was my number in there, right?
Yep.
And question, was there the number of who I was talking to as well?
No,
Like,
probably would have been
the
like
number.
call from X thing.
Anonymous
Actually,
person
no.
or some shit.
Yeah, in this case, since they're just directly having you pay for it, yeah, they probably would have called you.
Yeah. So can we maybe go to the police station and like see through the logs if there is the number somewhere?
Oh, actually, we might be able to do that right here.
Yeah.
Here, since all of our questions have been very cordial thus far, I ask, perhaps I have treated the whole dragon situation in the area unkindly in the past. I'd like to rectify that. What is the extension number for donating to your cause?
We don't really have a number to donate directly to our cause.
Would you like me to set one up for you? That's very important, especially if a budding religion needs to have shepherds throughout the entire world.
For us, that is irrelevant. Saudi area is the main one. We revere our local dragon, and by extension Saudi as well. But not really so much as like other ones that are more dedicated to Saudi.
So then if someone wanted to donate, how would you normally go about it?
You just normally show up to church service.
Let's just go to the police the police station and see. I don't think this will be getting us anywhere.
Agreed.
Guess you
right.
can just keep denying everything.
Thank you for your time, Arya. Again, I hope we can continue being cordial, and I can prove you wrong about my standing. And then we leave.
Alright, so we go to the police station, and I want to look through the logs of if we have like a number basically that matches the number that I was talking to.
Also, we need to check and see what the number is for the church itself. Like, sure, she said that there's no direct way of depositing, but there might be a way to upload tithes onto a network for paying for hitmen. So we want to see if they have anything licensed or registered that way.
So you're just like asking Mara basically with that.
Yes.
Mara goes and says, I can confirm that there are no phones or any computers over there in the church.
In general, though, what is this number connected to? Do we have any? Do you have a phone book? Is there a phone book in this place?
For reference with the like phone numbers you guys would have been looking at, like I just voided out like Ping's number because like it all would be going like it all be like effectively a from Ping's number to somebody, or it would be like a call from blank to Ping. So yeah.
But can I just confirm that my number would be the 69420, please? I would just like to claim that as my phone number.
Sure, I can give you that.
Alright, lovely. I just
Well,
want that
actually, no,
to
that would not be the account. Actually, yeah, I guess we could just have that be the account number.
Yes. Alright, that's all I needed to know. I'm happy with my role within the series. I can now die happy.
Just so long as in the case notes, even if your number shows up, we'll say from today's date, that number has been redirected to a personal chief's number for personal reasons. End note.
Yeah, but I think I kind of know what that call. I mean,
the account number would still stay the same, though.
Wait, do I remember what the call was about? What it do, right? Do I remember what this call with my
roll
name
history.
on it? Jesus Christ, alright. Cool, you, alright, then history.
Alright, you remember that they did ask you on that call, at least you're pretty sure that they said to go and pick up whatever is the potion's name. I'm going to give you I'll give you the potion's name like later, but it's the potion you picked up and told you to deliver it to the address in Dawsbury.
Right, yeah,
if you really want the address in Dawsbury, I can come up with the address, but do know that it just matches up with what you originally came up with.
Wait, but do I remember who told me to do that? Actually, I don't remember if I meant to remember that.
I would just tell you that Ping probably ordered you to do it.
Yeah, I had a thing. Wait, isn't me just can I not just tell Ping that can I not like just drop Ping, like just say that Ping told me to do that?
Yeah.
Can't I just like blame Ping for everything?
Yes, you can.
If I remember it's Ping, I just say that hey, Ping paid me to do this shit and just then. But at the same time, it's my word against hers.
No, it's a plea deal. Plea deals happen all the time where you get one bad guy to flip on another bad guy so we can get the bigger fish.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you already can't release me, but yeah, I guess I can do that. Alright, it was her, officer. She did everything, not me bite.
Yes, our case grows ever stronger.
Yeah. So, yeah, if Pink paid me... Alright.
And just remember when you're in trial, say that you didn't realize it would lead to someone's death. You were just a courier.
I'm pretty sure I actually really didn't know, if memory serves me right. Like, I legit did not know that it would make somebody die. I
yeah,
was delivering something.
Wink, wink. Exactly. Wink.
Look, I'm not a criminal. Wink, 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 wink.
You got to work on that tick, man.
What are you talking about? Wink, 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 wink.
Exactly.
Alright. So, let's see.
This is actually a pretty good place to stop. Anyone want to do anything before we call it?
Yeah, I think we might stop for this because I do need to go sleep soon enough, as I have worked more.
Fair enough.
Oh, right. I got to tell you guys the dad joke of the day. You ready for it?
Sure.
Alright, bye guys. Before he says it, no, wait, no.
So when
okay, one sec. Where's my notebook?
Yeah, write it down. Torture everyone with it on a daily basis.
No, my notes.
Exactly.
Alright, go ahead, tell the joke before.
Have you written
Alright.
anything in there, Justin?
Huh? What?
Actually, I
Yeah?
could just. Oh wait, I can't do it without showing everybody it. Right.
Okay.
I already
So-
went out. No, wait, I already went out of the game, goddammit. Oh, we went out of all 20. If you're showing like notes around, let me see what this is.
So basically, there's a player notes section where like you would see like the plot and other things. It's where the logbook is as well.
Yeah, you can
Let
type
me
stuff.
in. Yeah, no, I know what it is. One more go.
Yeah.
We said. Wait, in what notes are we?
You should see a like right at the top, characters, party, then player notes. And then like for me, I have everybody's notes because I'm the DM. So like, whether or not I give you guys access to it, see it or not, I still get to see it. But yeah, like I have it listed in alphabetical order. So like if you're, so like say yours is at the top, Ambi. And then like after that it would be the law book and plot. Even though I see like between like your notes and law book crafter, and between like the law book and plot, I see Justin's notes.
Alright, I see.
So, did you guys know that when we're born, we have 4 kidneys? But as we get older and become adults, 2 of those kidneys become adult knees.
I'm pretty sure you did that one already.
Oh, yeah. Then I guess I got to give you a new one. Oh, what does a priest say after seeing a really cool trick, but also wanting to say what his favorite dip was?
Nacho cheese?
Close. Holy guacamole!
Fair.
Alright, this is the point where I leave, I think. Oh no, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah,
I'm almost falling asleep at the desk. Oh, how awful is that? Alright, have a good night, guys.
But
Yep.
remember,
Bye.
skeletons are only
Okay, so final changes, because we have discussed different changes to this. So first off, yeah, according to Crafter, they actually did copy each hard drive of and check each room, quote unquote, with a warrant, because they actually didn't have a warrant for reference. I'll get to that a little bit later. But basically, the second floor office was probably notified of and told that they were not allowed into it. They probably will have busted it down or picked the lock. One of the two. Either way, same thing. And then if the lawyer didn't unlock any computer, would they have taken the hard drives? I'm going to say that yes, they did, and they probably did. Now, Ambi actually, like I asked the same thing. Now, Ambi actually did address something a little bit better, essentially, to where like Ping would literally have told them, the warrant doesn't cover the business, and it didn't have to unless they were accusing and Ping of running a illegal business, where then they would be able to accuse them of slander because literally Ping's business is not illegal. Ping might have other things on the side, but just because Ping has other things on the side doesn't mean that the business that Ping runs is illegal, because it's a perfectly normal like insurance and law office. Like, there's no issue with that. There's no issue with how Ping runs her business. So like if they call it illegal, it would be slander and stuff. And Ping saw no reason to let them into areas of the business where they need not have been, doing who knows what there, while accessing personal information of people that need not be, that they need not be accessing for the sake of a warrant that didn't cover it, essentially. And they were going to legally gather, they were legally required to gather and send the information. And basically, if they were really worried about deleting information, like, they could have just had Mara come in, and Mara would have been able to, like, hit her eyes or whatever, or to kind of block it. Loaded up her, process detector, been plugged into the computer, and she would have been logging, in the process one, she does, like, a quick print screen, and, like, whenever there's a, there's ever a deletion, and she always gets she always, like, copies that file for reference. And, because, like, if it's a sudden deletion, like, okay, that's something. But if it's just opening it, if there's, like, changes being done, she actually probably has, like, an internal copy of whatever gets opened for reference as well. And then deletes it basically after it gets closed. Like, if there's no saves being done, then, like, okay, sure. But if there's saves, it's probably being done. And she'll say, like, hey, by the way, if you, like, I'm here to make sure you've getting everything. If you're saving anything, I'm gaining both the original and the new save for reference. So, like, it's all transparent stuff. The lawyer legally would probably agree, effectively. Because, yeah, hi. And then it's just kind of how it is. Because, for reference, the account blank paid blank, that's a part of the personal information of people that are literally not associated to the crime at all, that technically might not have actually, ever been contacted in any point when Heimlich has been active. So, yeah. Hi. Ping really does not do crimes. Technically. And Amy did say, at this point, I just want to kill this lawyer. My response to that is, don't worry, Mara wants to kill this lawyer too. Like, she knows she can't, much like much like Ambi, but, oh man, does she want the death penalty on this lawyer. She will. If there's death penalty, it's literally just like, hey, by the way, if this, when they've exhausted all the appeals, can I be their executioner? I want to murder them so badly. Can I please be their executioner? To which, yeah, they might go and get it. It probably would, actually, to be fair, as well. But, yeah. For reference, Justin never said anything. So, yeah, his vote kind of goes away. Now, like I said, Ping's one mess up. So, how did Ping mess up? Well, I did figure that she probably directly contacted it. I didn't think about the idea that would be conspiracy. So, as there was no backstory mentioned about who actually contacted it, I said in the session that was Ping. Therefore, since there was no prior lore that was forgotten, that meant that new lore was established that it was Ping that actually was the one that called him. So, therefore, Ping is indeed the one, and therefore would be under conspiracy, if ever charged. So, basically, how much time passed? Like, basically 4 days plus what? I figured that out, that it depends on who we're talking about. So, basically, like, we've since retconned it to where it's not actually 7 days. So, like, well, yes, it was 7 days out. The 48 plus days that session 15 was, they would have had all that information. Technically, session 15 was all the information from session 15 is also illegal. Now I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, the records would have been stored for about 5 to 10 years, depending on how it is. So I assume that there would be a lot of like hard drives and stuff. But why would I say F charged? I don't think that they were going to charge her with conspiracy, because basically then Ambi's character gets charged, where I do assume that due to the fact of conspiracy, like, you have to charge, like, basically for the most part, like, you wouldn't technically be able to charge somebody that's directly responsible for it for anything less than about, like, basically if Ping gets 5 years for reference, Ambi would be required to at least serve like 2.5, even if like 5 was the minimum sentence. Like, if for reference, it's a plea deal type thing. Like, yeah, at least like you're not allowed like, even on a plea deal, if somebody's responsible, they have to be within like 2.5 years. Or I do say that that's somewhat responsible, basically, or at least like if you rat out one person for a reference, or you take down 2 people, basically like yourself and somebody else, I do say that you can kind of like reduce your sentence by however many people you take down. So like, if you place 5 down, then divide it by however many people you took down with it. So if you took down 5, then you get a year in jail. Basically kind of like that. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. And also, like, for the NPC type things, it does also give them a little bit more, like, if they can get, like, if they're basically looking at conspiracy for reference, then it does give, like, more, the NPCs to kind of, like, a little bit more reason to kind of, like, flip on more people than what they otherwise might. That's part of why I'm doing that. Because, like, otherwise, some might just be like, sure. If it's only going to be, like, I flip it on 10 people to go and reduce it from, like 60 months, to, like, yeah, like, flip it on like 10, and to get it from like 5 years to 6 months. Yeah, an NPC might actually do that. But, like, depending on how other things might be, it's like, yeah, they might not have been charged at all. It just depends on like what goes on. But conspiracy, for reference, you do have to have multiple people. Where hi, with this case, it's really only Ping and Ambi. So in order to get conspiracy, either A, you don't, like, you either lose the charge or you take down Ambi's character too, for reference. That's basically why I don't think that they're going to charge Ping, in all honesty. But what other things do they have? Even if they charged improper investigation. And so I'll tell you a little bit more about this, but yeah, the storage room was mainly for business counter information and other things like that. Security office, well, second floor office was mainly security, backed up to her personal home in case. And Ping was really the only one checked on, and she never gave permission for either area. So, the storage part. What did the warrant cover? Well, it covered Heimlich information, plus the client list and the contacted list. So, they have the client list. I'm still working on the contact list, because there's a lot of different people I'm needing to figure out about, like, who would she have contacted? Like, who also would be the point of contact for, like, for example, pills? Because I do know that she might have been instructing people to kind of like go there. She might have directly talked to like pills and stuff about like, hey, yeah, it would be great if we could go and get some jewelry from that jewelry store over there. Basically, pills. I was thinking, oh yeah, like she wants me to steal that. It's like, I never said it. I never said it. Pills just went and stole it. I said it would be great if we could get some from there. I was figuring they were going to legally acquire them, such as like pay for them or do a quest for them. I never said to steal it. And been fine. For reference, but yeah, don't know about how I'm going to actually worry about that. So what did Ping ask and what did it mean? Well, like I said earlier, Ping was to gather up anything relevant and to show anything relevant. And now I actually did have something else for this. That's part of why I'm redoing this, because I kind of don't want to I don't want to really like show that, because I feel like it would be a lot more interesting of a reveal later with it. But yes, there's something. So what did that thing mean? Basically, yeah, like you said, it's just to show anything relevant. So like Ping legit would have covered everything that was actually legally covered by that document. So if it says like, hi, any Heimlich information? It's like, okay, so I talked to this person to go there. Here's the call log. The Heimlich struck here. Coincidence? Possibly. Probably. But that is somebody I did say for that person to go there. Did not say at all what to do. And they then Heimlich struck. So that might be a Heimlich. That might be part of the Heimlich killer or killers. Who knows? And stuff like that. What did they uncover in the storage room? Well, a bunch of data, mostly from Ping's business. There are some other things, such as Ping's blackmail. And the reason why I've been in quotation marks is the fact that for some reason they have it in their minds that it's Arya's. No, technically it's Ping's document. And actually, if anything, this would be Arya's blackmail by technicality. But like the reason why I've been titled as Ping's blackmail is the fact that yeah, Ping has the document. Ping could release it. Like Arya that didn't do as well. So it's kind of like blackmail material on both sides, but it is what it is. So is a lot dismissible in court from improper gathering? Yes, actually. They were not allowed to go into business. So since they were not allowed to go into the business area, they are therefore banned from actually using any evidence they gathered. So, did they get got? Yes. Warrant of substance exists, being consent, plain view, or exigent and circumstances. For reference, that is, if evidence is about to be destroyed, or if others are in danger. None of those exceptions exist in this case. Now, was Ping's residence fair game? Yes. And any Heimlich information, any clients, and anyone Ping contacted that would be stored over in her residence was turned over. So Ping complied with the warrant 100%. They improperly got evidence, or quote unquote evidence, And so therefore, since that evidence was entered without a warrant, without permission, and then they actually don't, they're not allowed to use any of that in court. So if they try to use it, like, Pink will literally go and say, like, in the discovery, like, I will literally warn them before they do it, like, hey, by the way, you got that from the storage room when you guys did with the other warrant, right? It's like, yeah. I'm gonna enter that warrant into like the court documents, and I suggest you don't with that. That is something you're not allowed to show. And I do say they're probably gonna take that as a challenge, place it in, and also for reference, if they present it, Ping will literally get it thrown out for the fact that it was improperly gathered at that time. Oh, and she would also have in the literal security cam footage where she says, "No, you are not allowed in there." Like directly stating, "Hey, by the way, you do not have permission to get into that area." So I do say that Ping probably alerted her to this. So Weiss probably watched the store. Now, for blackmail, could you charge them technically with even without somebody's consent? Yes, actually. So by technicality, if they deem this to be like, if they read through this document like over here, and they go and recognize as effectively Ping as having blackmailed Arya into like doing whatever or they wanted. Well, they actually could prosecute Ping in that case. And Ping would have to go and show, like, one, well, Ping would, one, state that that document was illegally obtained, for one. That's jury's thing. That's number one thing. But the second thing would be that Ping would need to go and say that Ping never had any intention of taking this document to the police, never had any intent to publish any of the information she was saying to Arya, which is actually very true. She did not. She had that information for a while, and she could literally say, like, okay, you can gather up everybody in the world, and you would not find anyone in the world that knows anything in this that were not told by Arya herself. Well, you would not find anybody in the world that would say that they got that information right there from that document from me. You would not. And that is 100% something that they would be able to say right on the stand under his own truth. At which point it's like, okay, with all of these truth things up, like, I'm going to assume that they were telling the truth. Like, they didn't do it. They had no intention. Like, because zone of truth is usually like zone of truth is something that's that if you're getting somebody to like say it like instantly, that yes, like if they skirt around the question, then people might assume they're lying. If they can just directly answer it, they will assume that that statement is factual. So yeah, if they are silent for a bit, then it's either A, they are thinking, or B, they're lying. Now, would they be like there was like the document that I had I did actually talk about malpractice. I did look it up. It is civil, so if like with the blackmail stuff, if Arya does not want it, like if Arya wants to go down for it or Ping wants to go down for it, then if the lawyer set or that is there, like just does whatever or it take, well, just does not fight anything. It's just like, yeah, hi. If you go and find her guilty, like, okay, fair enough. Then like, that actually is not something that is prosecutable. It's simply a civil matter, or which then for like, if she wants to not have it be fought, then, and one, she doesn't even need the lawyer. She can just flat out be there herself. It is what it is. Now, failure to turn over evidence, such as there's a document that is not known about yet. It is legally required if it's relevant to cases, especially if it's like exonerated material, basically. Like it is like is the legal duty to actually provide it. Is evidence automatically entered? It actually is not, believe it or not. Like the main point is when it's put into the court record, such as like, hey, by the way, these are the things we're presenting, and then like the court record has that piece of evidence actually there. They did talk about well, they did ask how Arya transforms, tried to use magic for it. That's actually not the case. Now, it is kind of the case for most dragons, not actually gym dragons. The reason why I say that is, like the other dragons, they have a polymorph thing at will. So I say that they're using magic to transform, basically. So there is that. Their true form is dragon. So if they're a human, they do probably have like a little bit of a magical aura. You might be able to tune that. So like, okay, sure. It's like you might be able to be like, I think I'm seeing traces of something that looks like a magical transformation there, on a human. Like that's more what you would get if it was a dragon being a human. Now, that said, the way that gym dragons transform is actually by a skill. So it just straight up does it. It's not like a magic thing that says like, hey, by the way, here's a shapeshift thing. Now that you can shapeshift, we are going to just casually let you do insert thing here. Now, I will like to get to the blackmail, or the bug, because this is why, this is what they could technically use. That's the main thing that I would say is the blackmail, kind of like, hey, by the way, why don't you shut up and explain, or I might just report you. Like, give me a good reason to cover up, basically. There's some sort of thing. I forget where it is, but I do know that they actually do talk about the idea that they do. Oh, right here. Fair enough. I actually thought it was a little bit further up than there, because that's where I was. I thought it was a little bit more up from there, but yeah, like right here in this section, like they were searching for a bug. Believe it or not, there was a bug in that room, but not technically on the well, it's technically not in the room, because I would assume that that they were not like looking around for around themselves, basically. Because like, if they went and said like we're checking everywhere, including ourselves, then yes, I would have said like the investigation counts themselves. But I assume that's more just like, okay, look in the plants, look in the drawers, look everywhere else, because they said specifically there in the room. So yeah. Now that said, they did actually go and do it right by like heading to a different area. Mainly because, like, in all honesty, the judge there might not have let them. In all honesty, though, that said, though, if they went into Lawless, funny enough, the judge might have actually given them the business records or the business stuff too, like actually giving them permission to go into the business. But that's because it's a more police city. Funny enough, but like it is what it is, and that's the interesting thing. Like technically, you cannot challenge a warrant, so like any information they got there, it technically would be with a legal warrant, so they technically do not have it get thrown out. So like you technically want to go to somewhere specific, but it is what it is. Now, I would talk about the elephant in the room, which is what happens if, based off of the bug, that ping moves, changes, deletes, or destroys evidence based off of what ping hears from said bug. Well, if you can prove that occurred, then it is illegal. It is a prosecutable offense as destruction of evidence or obstruction of justice. Now, the reason for that is as obstruction of justice and destruction of evidence occurs when like you're prosecuted for it or able to be prosecuted for it when you know that those documents should be retained and should be kept for police investigations, and you actually do not keep those records. So if there's abnormalities in data, such as like, okay, like we keep the if there's like you keep the security cam footage for like a week. Like if that's the case, then they are allowed. The police are allowed to assume that from like 2 days ago, not being in the security cam footage, that you specifically deleted that day because you did something illegal that day. They are allowed to do that. In this world, at least. So it is kind of a double-edged sword to have ping be knowledgeable about their activities, because like yes, ping can actually then act on what is being said, but at that same time, if you can prove abnormalities or abnormal things with anything that is going on in Ping's area, then you do have a very, very good case for either obstruction of justice or destruction of evidence. And so, like I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's like, it can be worth it. And it's not like they haven't done it before. Because, for reference, Merkwell has actually had its fair share of crime. It's normally having nothing to do with anything. However, all the way back where we were doing things around it. So around session 8, there were a lot of crimes going on around that time, such as evading arrests from 2 people in particular. Also, the first Wretched's murder of that random man that made the woman a widow. So, yeah, hi. That was a thing. And then the second thing, or the third crime, because there were 3, there was indeed destruction of evidence. And there was somebody in there that destroyed evidence, even though they knew for a fact that there were things that were related to crimes that were needed to be erased, and therefore, if they had gotten into that room well enough, early enough, they actually could have done a crime there, or caught the crime there. But they failed to do so. So, it is what it is. Now, I do have another one of these to record because things happened in today's session. I'm recording this like right before this goes up, so do apologize. But yeah, it's for the fact that there's things that are going to go on in the next session that I do kind of want to be a surprise. That's kind of why I have something be hidden, and nothing else. I might just make it I might extend it out and have it be like a what would it be, like 44.5, I think. I don't even know what session we're on. I think it's 44. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, technically we're on 45, but yeah, like this one I think is 44 or so. Yeah. But with all that said, hopefully y'all enjoy this. Hopefully I see you next week. There will not be a session probably the week after this because I'll be gone. But I should still have up a different video, so you guys aren't like totally without content from me if you are interested in that. But it is what it is, and I will ultimately see everyone when I next see you all.